I hate pronouncing February.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
What is the first R for? What is it doing there? Is it just there to trip you up in a spelling bee? How is February supposed to be pronounced? Is it February or is it just February? Why is this so difficult? What is that first R doing there? That's not how we pronounce it. Nobody puts that first R in there. Or do you? What are you, some sort of linguistic freak? Calm down. February. It's more difficult to even put the R there than to not. It's just February. So why is... Every time I say the word February, I'm self-conscious about it. It's infuriating because it's not like this is a moon of Jupiter or some obscure Latin term for the mandibles of a spider. It's a month. It's a month every year, and it's the shortest month. Why are we jamming letters into it? It doesn't make sense. It's like the word Wednesday. What are all those extra letters for? Nobody says Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. You could take out 4 letters in that word and it'd be pronounced the exact same way. Why can't we just change this? These are words that come up all the time. This is a day of the week. Why can't we change it? It's not even pronounced the same in every language. It's not locked in stone and it's a universal... We can just change it. I mean, we introduced the word planetoid just for poor Pluto. Surely we can have new words for existing things. This is the era where we replaced all the letters at the end of through with just the letter U. Surely we can shorten February up a bit. This is the age of quick words. Like we decided that Internet Diary was too long, so we just call it a blog. Not even weblog was short enough for us. We just call it a blog. If you want somebody to send you a message, you can just say @ me. Or like short videos are called GIFs. This is the era of quickening things up. Why is Wednesday so complicated? Why does February have that first R? I hate pronouncing the word February. And that's the grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call...
What's got your goat?
Welcome home, Veronique.
Thank you so much.
It's good to have you back.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to see your face.
Where have you been?
Well, I've been in Cape May. Well,
you went down to Cape May?
Yeah, technically I've been in Wildwood Crest, but yes.
Okay. Our listeners at home are going to think we have a summer home in Cape May because we constantly talk about it.
Yes. We don't, but that's where my family is from. So I go when I go home and help.
Oh, that's where home is.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's like you grew up in a resort.
I did.
Amazing.
I grew up in a resort town. It was great. I mean, you can just walk down to the beach. But the thing is about growing up in a resort town in the summertime, when you enjoy the resort, that's when everyone works.
Yeah. You worked at the fancy resorts that people stayed at when
Yes.
they were on vacation.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
what did you guys down in the vacation area? What did you do during the off season? Say the January, February of the season.
Well, when I lived down there, I was in school. And I was always very occupied with school festivities. So I joined.
Very occupied.
Yes.
Oh, big fancy. You weren't busy. You were very occupied.
Yes. Well, I had forensics, which is public speaking.
Oh, well, that accounts for the very occupied.
Yes. And I danced. Extracurricular activities. I was all on board with that kind of stuff. It kept me busy. Art. Stay
Sure.
after.
It's February right now. What'd you do back in February?
Well, in my hometown, it's very cold in February.
Sure.
So, I mean, I guess just like hibernating, you know?
Oh, hibernating. Sure.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
it's a short month.
It's
Who
it's
even
short month.
thinks about this
Well,
month?
you mean February?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Wait,
Black
say that again?
February?
Sorry? One more time.
February is how I say February.
Okay. Wait, say it fast.
February?
Now say it slow.
February.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yes. Articulate.
Right. Yes. Those diction classes pay off.
Yes.
Yeah.
February.
Like a brew house.
Yes, but the ruary of the flowers and the love.
But, yeah, you're doing the hard R
February.
after the Feb. That
Yes.
first R, you knock that sucker right in there.
Well, the thing is, my mother has been a reoccurring character on this podcast, if you've listened to all the episodes.
Sure.
And I love my mother very much, but she is the grammar police.
Oh.
Okay. So, like, every time I would say February, I can't even say it that way.
I love it.
She says February.
I love it.
I get corrected. I'm in my 30s, and here we have my mother every time I go home, and she is obsessed with the way that I speak.
Which is funny because I've mentioned a couple habits you have.
Yeah.
And they're wrong. And
I know.
Like you add the ly to bad all the time. Like I feel badly.
Badly.
You say? You can't feel badly. Badly is an adverb. You can't feel poorly.
Right.
You feel bad.
I think
your feelings are bad.
Yes.
Your feelings aren't happening badly.
I know. I love that you explained that to me because every time I would say, well, I feel bad, she would literally say badly.
That's wrong. That's completely.
Well, it's just so crazy. The other one that she loves, there's two that she loves to correct me on. I would say I should have went. So I should have went to the store. But she's like, oh my God. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like she makes such a production out of it. And then
It's weird because we have the past tense, which is went.
Right.
But we also have the hypothetical past tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
English is a strange language.
it's a strange language, but it's also like she loves to say it's the true English. The true English.
Cringe English.
The correct English to use. And then she's like, everyone doesn't know the real rules. And I'm like,
the real rules.
the real rules.
That's right.
And then here's the other one that really gets me. I say, I like the way that they put that fence there, right? Simple phrase.
That was like,
driving
I feel like I'm in
around,
grammar
right?
class right now.
Right?
That was a very structurally sound sentence.
That's wrong.
Oh, it's wrong.
That's wrong because I like the fact that they put the fence up.
Oh, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Oh, it has to be a fact.
Yeah. So if I say, oh, I like the color. Oh, they changed the color. I like the color of that house.
Oh, but
no.
the color is fake news. It has to be a fact.
Yeah. So no, you like the fact that they changed the color.
It's not the color you're appreciating.
Right.
You're enjoying the fact.
The fact that.
What they did is a fact that you're enjoying.
Right, but
the color is circumstantial to the fact.
It's not a fact. It's an opinion. So how is an opinion now a fact? Well, that's fake news.
I've brought up a couple times like habits you have that I'm like, I've noticed this, and just so you know, if it's actually this way, and you've said to me, this is triggering.
Right. I'm like, I'm triggered. I'm triggered now. What are you saying? What is right and what is wrong?
My reality is crumbling.
Yeah.
So that R in February.
Yes.
Your mom says it's there.
Oh, it's there. It's February. It's also Florida, not Florida.
It's
and
what?
It's Florida.
Florida?
Florida.
Like with an A? Florida?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you pronounce the middlest day of the week?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
It could be spelled W-E-N-S day.
Yeah, that's what I thought
But
it was
it's not.
for years.
It's Wednesday.
I know. What's up with
Who
that?
throws that D in there? The whole second syllable is unnecessary.
Who does throw that D in there? Mm?
All right, you snuck that one in.
Gotcha.
Ooh,
Right.
ooh, somebody has to drink alcohol in a week.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Welcome back to Sparkling Wine.
Welcome back to leisure and relaxation.
Yeah. I like that you came back from the island.
Yes.
So welcome back to Rest and Relaxation.
Thank you.
The cozy oasis of New York City.
Yes. Now, when I went to the Enterprise to pick up...
Now, you're talking about the spacecraft known as the Enterprise?
No! The car rental service.
Oh, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, sure.
Yes. But I felt as if I was driving a spaceship.
Oh.
Yeah, so I always do the economy or the compact car.
Right, you mentioned they
Cheapest.
upgraded you.
They upgraded.
Right, they tried to upsell you and then revealed that they don't
Yes.
have an economy, so they just upgrade.
That's right. And then I promoted a podcast to the person that was
right, and then you were like,
car.
also listen to the
I was
podcast.
like, also, you're going to try and sell me a new car. He was the same guy when I dropped the car off. I was like, hey, did you ever listen to the podcast? He was like, I forgot the name. And I was like, I should have just wrote it down for him. Anyway, the car that they upgraded me to was a Mazda CX-5.
Okay,
Okay.
that's mixing Roman numerals and Arabic numerals.
I know.
So that must be massive.
No, I think it was a mini SUV, like
So zebra size.
zebra size. It was zebra size, and it was perfect. And then I
Are we advertising for Mazda?
Now we are.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
but
okay.
hold on. Every person I drove that car near was staring at that car. I drive into the lot. I see my mom and my aunt for the first time. They say, oh my gosh, what kind of car is that?
You were living in an automobile commercial.
that car was selling itself. It was so beautiful.
Did you like hold the keys over your shoulder as you walked away, flipping your hair, locking it and saying, This old thing.
Oh my gosh. I need TikTok. I should have done
This
a video.
old thing.
Every single person. I was at the Wawa getting coffee. People were checking out the car. It's like it's a Mazda CX-5.
Again, that's Mazda CX-5, available in sky blue or midnight gold.
I go and I visit Sam on my way out. Right before I'm about to get on the road to return the car, she's like, buddy, can I sit in this car? Of course you can sit in the car.
I love
She's
that.
like, I think I may have to get this.
You have to stop for gas on the way home? No.
I was like...
This will take me all the way back to New York City and then some.
And then some. And it's, I mean, I was just saying, like, I was like, and then I wanted to tell Andy that. I think Andy, that's his name with the Enterprise. I wanted to tell
Andy,
him.
your new best friend.
Yeah, I wanted to tell
our
him.
new biggest fan, Andy.
Yes, who hasn't listened to
Yeah, who doesn't remember the name of the podcast.
So I wanted to tell Andy, I was like, this car is selling itself.
Did you mention that there might be too many letters in the name CX-5?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
should
know what
clean
that
that up.
means.
Just call it the 5.
I'll call it the 5.
Call it the 5.
Let's tell Mazda that.
Why are we bogging things down with extra letters? Like the word February.
February.
You know what extra letters are in a word that most people don't pronounce that I love?
What?
The word clothes.
Oh, clothes.
There's a TH in there, and
Clothes.
I love the TH in clothes.
Oh.
Because most people just say close.
Yes.
And close is what happens to a business at 2 a.m.
I know, because I would spell it that way and realized I was spelling clothes wrong.
Yeah.
Because I would say clothes, and I was
Oh,
like,
you spelled it wrong. They had a sign in the window that said this shop is closed, and you're like, I know, that's what I'm here for.
that's what I'm here for. Yes. Clothes.
Yeah.
'Cause it's clothes.
Nice. That's what it is.
English language. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It can be meaty and juicy. There are some words that I like.
Ugh. There's some good words.
Yeah.
But then we have some like the rules is what I don't like about it.
We live in an era of making up faster, expedited words. Why do we still have February?
What are you talking about? We can't take away February.
What's the next month called?
March?
Well, let's have a fun word like that.
What are you
March.
talking about? March isn't fun.
I can say March super fast, though.
You're like marching. Like who made up March?
What are you talking about?
Who made up any of
We're
these?
marching into the future.
But who made up all these words?
I have no idea.
So we have January.
October, November. Where does the mber come from?
The
Like, why does that?
umber, right? We know
Umber.
that the
Yeah.
oct and like those are all like numbers and things.
Yeah, I feel like umber is like somehow Latin for the month. Like it's
it's-
sort of like how we say o'clock.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's 3 o'clock. O'clock doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Oh, the clock.
Oh, the clock.
It's 3 of the clock.
Oh my.
So we say 3
gosh.
o'clock.
They were so excited about clocks. They were like, we need to get clock in the whole thing.
Well, is it 12 by the sun? No, it's 12 of the clock.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when we, in 4th grade, we made a sundial and they were like, this is how people told time back then.
You are talking to a man that wrote a term paper
Oh.
on the origin of clocks.
Oh my goodness.
And I can tell you the first clock in the world was the Egyptian obelisk,
Ooh.
which was a precursor to what we now know as the sundial.
Oh my gosh. So what does that mean?
It
What does
just
that
means a
word mean?
Big tower.
A big tower.
The Washington Monument.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so
okay.
depending on where the shadow is,
Oh.
that's the time. So, I mean, the time
It's a
has.
giant rod.
You're picturing a giant rod.
Yes.
That's basically an obelisk.
yes.
Mhm.
So Egypt started it all.
In recorded history.
Right.
It's
I mean,
not to
we
say that,
could have
like-
done this tens of thousands of times after the dinosaurs left us.
I mean, Neanderthals could have jabbed a stick into the ground and said, well, it's that time.
They just weren't influencers, so they didn't tell everyone.
Right.
Yeah, so the cavemen couldn't
Right.
pass
They
that
forgot to leave the
information down.
cave paintings.
That's right.
They probably invented the wheel.
Well, that's the thing. That's how they think they got the rocks there. Stonehenge, they think that they rolled them with logs. It's a theory.
Right. I mean,
Some people think aliens put
let's not
them
jump to
there.
conclusions. It was probably
Other-
aliens. You know,
other way.
if you have an anti-gravity ray, that's probably an easier way to build Stonehenge than what, creating the wheel?
Yes.
You're crazy.
The thing about the aliens thing to me that's so fascinating
Yeah.
is that the people that believe that like aliens helped with the pyramids and they're like, they were so strategically placed there. I think they just figured it out by looking at the stars.
What'd they figure out?
The strategic place to align the pyramids is like highly charged.
What are we going to do about February?
Okay, February. I don't think we're going to do anything about it.
We're fine with it?
Yeah, I like saying February. How do you say it again?
We got months like May, June,
Okay, so here
July,
we go.
March.
Wait a minute.
Why do we gotta have a February?
It's interesting because we have January, we have February. Who had dibs on March, April, May?
Do you think March is named after the god of war, Mars?
Well, maybe. What happens in March that Mars would be like a thing? Do you see Mars during March?
I mean, the planet Mars is not the god Mars.
No, but we did just land on Mars. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Those
We
pictures
did
are
just
beautiful.
put a probe on the god of war.
We sure did.
Yeah.
I hope we don't go into it.
Perseverance's mission is to drill into Mars.
I'm upset about this. I'm curious with this whole Mars thing. If they're going to discover that Mars was once a civilization like Earth, but they also ruined the planet like we are, and that's what it turned into.
No.
No, none of this
No.
is happening. It's not real.
Well, if there was once a civilization on Mars like
Yes.
there was on Earth, like
Yeah.
where's the Disneyland?
Well, I mean, we haven't been to Mars
We have 3 robots on Mars right now.
right now, but we didn't before. So, like,
Right
in
before all
the
we had was
span-
telescopes
What about the dinosaurs?
on Mars.
No, on Earth and the Big Bang. Like, when do we think that happened before Christ?
Where are the pyramids on Mars?
Okay, they're not invented yet.
Oh, they're not.
No, stop. You tricked me. You tricked me right now. What I'm trying to say is we don't know
Oh,
how
the
long Mars
Martian-
has been there.
Oh, so the Martians killed the dinosaurs to make way for more.
No, there's no aliens here in the
We're
picture.
all Martian.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
You think February is a Martian word? This is February.
No, obviously it's March because Martian.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Matt Labatka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. February. I can't even say it that way.